Hey guys, I am so excited to be back. This is my second video. I know it's been a while. I've been really busy with my personal life, but after everything is simmered down, I was like, okay, I'm gonna jump right back into it. And I figured, why not go ahead and do a video that's kind of trending right now, which is the back to school makeup tutorial looks. And hence that's why my hair is like this, kind of, you know, high schoolish a little bit. And I got like a Michael Kors polo on. It's really cute. Well, anyway, we're going to go ahead and hop right on into this video. And today's look is just going to be more of like a natural, you know, look. And that's what we need going back to school. You know what I mean? Like, we want that beauty to pop, but we just don't want to do something super overbearing, like something glamour or like an IG look. So anyway, if you're interested, keep on watching. And don't forget to subscribe, girl, or like this video. So first, what I'm going to be doing is applying some of my MAC Prep and Prime. So I'm going to go ahead and dab that on my face. And by the way, I do have my brows already filled in because I was just like, for the sake, you know, of time, I want to go ahead and already have those filled in. So if we can get to the main portion of this video, which is the face look. Uh-oh, my hair is getting in the way of my little pretty clips. They're so pretty. They're actually my friends, and she left them over here, and I was like, I'm gonna use these for these videos today. So shh, don't tell her. Today for foundation, I'm gonna be taking the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 340, which is Cappuccino, and I'm gonna be applying that today by using my Real Techniques beauty sponge. Dab a little of that in the back of my hand and go ahead and apply. Now I like this foundation just because it's, you know, it's buildable, it's full coverage, and it just goes on really smooth. And most of all, it's drugstore, it's cheap, you know, it's really affordable. So that's really good for back to school and just students in general, you know, that want to look glamorous and flawless, but gotta look, you know, up to par with their budget. Trust me, I totally understand. Like, girl, I still got a budget, and I've been out of college for a couple years now, and I'm still struggling. But it's okay though. We can look bad and bougie on a budget. So, just gonna apply that. I love this Real Techniques sponge. I really do. Like, I just feel like it applies everything so well, and most of all, like, it's like literally 1/4 of the price, I think, for the actual beauty sponge. I mean, some people may have, like, you know, their opinions about it, but I think for the most part it gets the job done, you know what I mean? So, and most of all, like, typically wherever you shop at, like Walgreens or Walmart, the sponge is only going to be about $5 to $6, and the Real Beauty sponge cost about $20. You do the math. This is all about trying to help some students save some money. It has a beautiful coverage, and like, I really kind of forgot about this foundation because at first I was using the Infallible, the L'Oreal Infallible, but Rosek Arisa, I think is how you say her name, is a YouTuber on here, and she raves about this foundation all the time. She's like, oh my god, you gotta use it, you gotta use it. It's just amazing, it's amazing. Like, literally, this girl can afford to get pretty much any foundation she wants to, and she literally always chooses to use this one right here. And I can see why, because it's awesome. And I don't know if you guys could tell, but like, I'm having like some skin problems. Like, I'm kind of having some problematic issues because I have been recently like diagnosed with psoriasis, and you know, my skin is getting like a lot drier and patchier and everything, and like, even this foundation does a pretty good job at covering it. It doesn't cover it completely all the way, but I feel like no foundation really would unless I got like a super duper full coverage one, if you know what I mean. But I think for the most part it takes care of it, and it's mainly in this area and like on my cheeks and everything. And you know, I've been trying to deal with it and just do the best that I can and it has made things a little harder for me, especially like with the moisturizing routine I have to go through. But I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it. I'm sure you all have heard about it, the Tape Shape dupe, which is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. This is the shade Medium Deep. So I'm going to be using this to do a little bit of highlighting and concealing. So I'm going to put this underneath my eyes. I know so many people did like comparisons between this and the Shape Tape. And the Shape Tape is another pricier high-end product. And a lot of people said that this really did the job for them. And it's also like a fraction of that price. I think the Shape Tape is like maybe 15 bucks, and this is like $3.99 or $4.99, something like that. So we're gonna take it down my nose, Cupid's bow, a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on my chin, and we're gonna go back in with that Real Techniques sponge and blend this highlighter out. Covers pretty well. This is like actually my first time really using this concealer. I had been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer in the shade 5.0, but I feel like that concealer is very full coverage, but it's too thick, you know what I mean? It's way too thick. But this right here, it has a nice amount of liquid and creaminess to it. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. Because you have those concealers that are like too runny also. Basically, to set everything, we're going to go back in with the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder. This is in the shade Medium Deep. So, to apply it underneath my eyes, I am going to go in with my Real Techniques sponge again. Dab it in the powder a little bit. Dust it off my hand, and then go underneath my eye. And that's to really set, you know, my under eye to make sure nothing is going to crease throughout the day. Because we cannot be walking around looking like a cracked piece of dough in class. We can't. Like, we really can't. It's a big no-no. Really doing around my mouth area, because I know that's where I tend to crease at a lot, is around my mouth. I don't know about you guys. And I'm not really baking. I'm not really into that. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't care for baking. Like, I've tried to bake with Ben 9. I've tried to bake with this. I've tried to bake with other translucent powders. It always still gives me like some kind of flashback. Like, the only way I can really prevent it is toning it down with another shade that's like actually closer to my skin tone and kind of overlaying it on top of the baking. And I just feel like at that point it's not really worth it, you know what I mean? So to dust everything off using this unicorn brush, I got this from the Wish app. I have no idea what the name of this brush is. I'm sure I can Google it and put it down below in the link. So, and I'm just taking the rest of this foundation on this brush and kind of just going over the rest of my face and kind of lightly tapping it in there and buffing it in. You definitely don't want to like wipe away your foundation like windshield motions. You really want to press it into the skin. That way it is actually really setting and becomes mattified. Next thing I'm going to be doing is just a light contour, and I'm using this palette called Mad About You. This is from the Color Story SE. I got this palette at TJ Maxx, I want to say, and it's just one of those cheap off-brand type palettes, but it's actually really pigmented and very good. And I'm actually going in with this shade right here to contour. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I'm using my Wet n Wild brush. Also another very good product, you know, for a fraction of the price. Take a little bit on my forehead, bronze that area up. To continue to contour, I'm taking my Wet n Wild brush and I'm just going to take that and put a little bit down my nose. Just to give it a little bit of definition. Alright, and then just to put a little bit of peachiness in my cheeks, I'm going to be taking this shade right here from the Mad About You palette. Just taking a little blush. And tune that down just a little bit. I'm going to be taking the new Wet n Wild Mega Slim liner. So, pretty excited to use this. Just so I make sure I get this eyeliner right, I'm going to be using my little mirror right here. So, got to zoom up a little bit for you guys. I'm going to do a simple winged liner. And I would have to say this is a little challenging to use because, for one, I'm not used to using felt tips. I'll be honest. I'm used to just using liquid eyeliner or just straight up gel liner with a brush. So, I mean, to me, it's a little difficult to apply with the tip. But some of you all that have more experience using the felt tip, it may be very easy for you. I'm going to be using the Lights Camera Lashes mascara by Tarte. I'm not putting any falsies on or anything like that. Like I said, I want to get away from that glammed up IG look. Add just a little bit of highlight to our face. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild highlighter in the color Precious Petals, the most famous one. And I'm going to be applying that again with the unicorn brush. I don't know the name of it. It's also from the Wish app. So I'm just going to be highlighting my face just a little bit. And I'm just going to go back over top of it with the foundation brush I use for the powder, just to tone it down just a little bit. Don't want too much. And for our lips, I'm going to be using the Essence lip gloss. I don't know what shade this is in, but I'll find it for you. Just to give us a nice little sheen, pop of color, keeping it natural. And that's it, ladies and gents. This is the final look. Hope you like it.